have the demand to rearrange different staffs.
大会の延期に伴う必要な対応を取っていただくとともに、
All the relevant issues is going to be rearranged according to the need of the Olympic Games. And we are also going to rewrite the contract together with IOC and all the other different suppliers. So for the last part, Tokyo 2020. So as IOC has mentioned in March 25th, the brand of Tokyo 2020 remains among other different emblems, mascots, and symbols. The second part I want to report to you is about the concept of opening up this Olympic Game. For the postponement of the Olympic Games, while we are respecting the concept of it, we are also going to step up our effort in the preparation of Olympic Games. All the governmental officials in the different governmental institutions is also going to work hard for the coming Olympic Games. So this is all of our priorities going forward. For the relevant countries who are participating in the Tokyo 2020 scheme, please contact Japanese sites for the relevant information. Since we have rearranged the Tokyo 2020 to be upheld in the year 2021, this day, we think that we have enough time to rethink about the different procedures, and we are really sorry for the inconvenience that we have created. And we also want to minimize the impact that this postponement created. But all of our prerequisite is that we are going to try hard to uphold this Tokyo 2020 in the year of 2020. But if we are left with no choice, we are going to postpone the Tokyo 2020 into the year 2021. And that is how we are going to base our budget on. And I have other different matters to report. For the different schedules of the different events, I think that all of you should look at the Chapter 21 of the supervision documents and Chapter 23 of the general report that we have delivered. We are going to make an all-out effort to make this Olympic a successful game. And we have received all kinds of the applies from India, among other different countries. What we are going to do in the coming months is that we are going to adopt a safety prioritized strategies for the smooth proceedings of Tokyo 2020 Olympic and Paralympic. The next thing I want to report to you is about the general consensus that is being reached by the different parties of IOC. First, in the era like this, We are also going to adopt more of the measures online to promote the smooth communications between different members of the Olympic Committee, and we are also going to adopt the forward-looking attitude toward the forthcoming Olympic. For the postponement date, we have two different schedules. One is happening in the spring of 2021. Another is happening in the summer of 2021. Especially for the summer proposal, there is a lot of the questions. So we think it might not be happening in the summer. And I think that we have enough time before the holdings of the Olympic Games. Of course, we are thinking about to hold all the testing events in the winter, and then we are thinking about upholding the event in the spring of the year 2021. And I also want to make sure that all the athletes is enjoying the games, enjoying their preparational period. Thirdly, I want to report to you all the logistics. So what kind of Olympic are we going to uphold? What kind of question will rise facing of the new Olympic? And I'm looking forward to report to you all the measures we have taken up to solve all of these forthcoming questions and problems. The next thing I want to report to you is about the athletes. Of course, we have much more time to prepare for the Tokyo 2020. And for those of the game players who already got the designations to the Tokyo 2020, their legal rights remains to be valid. For the other different institutions, including the GOC and GOE, we want to make sure that all the athletes is going to be reassured that the Olympic is going to be upheld and all the preparation is ample for them to fully play their talents. So here I want to thank all the stakeholders from GOC and GEC. And I also want to thank the Japanese government for your steadfast effort. So that concludes my report. Thank you very much. So right now the floor is open for questions. Please identify yourself and your affiliated media before the questions. So can you give us a more detailed timeline for the upholding of the Olympic? Actually, we did not come up with the exact month, but I think before the summer of 2021, definitely we are going to choose 1 month to uphold the Tokyo 2020. We have thought about to do it in the winter, but actually this is not a very nice idea. And that's the reason why we are not considering the season of winter to be the time for us to uphold the Olympic. Are there any other questions
Just following up on that question, the Japanese press have basically all reported that the leading candidate for the Games would be a start on July the 23rd next year. Can you confirm that that is something you are discussing with the IOC?
はい、今の質問に対してのフォローアップでございますけれども、日本のメディアの方ですでに来年の7月23日に大会を開会するという話が出ています。これはもうすでに IOC の方とはこの日程をもとにお話をされていることなんでしょうか。
もちろんIOC とはここのところ
Of course, I have talked with and negotiated with IOC for these such important matters, but we have not reached any conclusion yet. With Tokyo News. Of course, we all have the mentalities to make up the date to open up the Olympic game as quick as possible. So, in terms of the process, are there any things that you are discussing with IOC that you can share with us so far? So, for the different games venues, I think one thing we are discussing so far is that my understanding about the schedule is the IOC's organizing committee, not only limited to the organizing committee, but also the budgetary committee and also the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Committee. This is being together made and determined, and also together with the Japanese Prime Minister. And I think all of you should pay attention to health and wait patiently for us to unveil further detailed information about Tokyo 2020. So the question is about the ticket for Tokyo 2020. So is the ticket-related issues still under negotiation? Yes, as you have said. Once we have determined the procedures of the ticket, we are definitely going to hold a presser and brief to you all the exact measures that we are going to take about the ticket-related matters. And if there is no change of the ticket, we are also going to tell the public. As you have talked about the games venues, I think there is no single venue that is not going to be available in the forthcoming Olympic. So I think that we should be reassured that all the Olympic venues is available at that time. So today we have not talked about the budget of the postponement. Of course, we are definitely going to uphold the Olympic Games. And the postponement is also going to enlarge all of our budget for the Olympic Games. Can you give us more details about the total national budget? And are you going to donate a part of the Olympic budget to the battle against the COVID-19? Of course, COVID-19 is one of the governmental priorities, but we have not talked about the measures to tackle against COVID-19 yet, and we have not think about to reallocate part of our budget to the measures to take up against COVID-19. If we are going to talk about it, I think the majority, I think the most part of it it is going to be about the Olympic venues. And if there's measures coming up, I think it will be at the summer this year. And I think it's about the rearrangement of the seats in the venues. But what kind of measures are we going to take? And I think I'm going to brief you in the future. And if we think about the budget in the two matters, I think it's going to cost us more. But I think that we are going to try our best to save more budget for the games.
すみません、それじゃあここで失礼します。
With that, we conclude today's press briefing. Thank you.